Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Smite 2 video. This is going to be a sort of play-by-play. I'm in the casual queues because I didn't want to try to take my chances with the rank today trying to get a Cerberus game. But Cerberus is out. Big patch as well came out today. The biggest thing to kind of really look at and what is happening in this duo lane. Again, guys, this is casuals, so these lobbies are probably going to be really grim. But the biggest thing that happened today in this patch was we saw stats across the board from items kind of take a nerf from about 10 to 12%. Every item's gone weaker about at that cliff. Not literally every item, but almost every item, like 90 some percent. So we're going to be kind of like build theory crafting and all that stuff and just playing and seeing what happens. Normally, of course, you do start blue. That's not happening this game with our junglers on speed, which is whatever. We're just going to start lane. But yeah, we'll try to showcase Cerberus. Kit-wise, I don't think he's really changed too much. He has an aspect coming out, not just yet, but I believe maybe Monday. That's very cool. I'm not going to talk about it too much because, of course, I will have a video on that specifically. It might be earlier than that, but right now we're just going to kind of auto this guy down because we do some damage, and we're going to Sunder, and I'm not sure what he's really thinking, but that's going to be first blood against Oblivion 928463 right there. That's a whole ass zip code at the end of his name, but easy first blood. So yeah, Cerberus as a character, I believe, is pretty much the exact same, non-aspect, of course, right? And the biggest thing that I would kind of look at as, what niche, what value, what addition does this character bring to Smite 2 that was lacking, right? Because I think that's important for drafting and for playing and, for whatever else you might be looking for, is from a solo lane perspective, it's another magical pick that's actually viable, assuming he's good, which so far he feels like Cerb. So Cerb was a great god in Smite 1. So what does that actually mean? Well, in the lane where Kabrak and Sobek really dominate, now all of a sudden you have another pick that can feel, to be on par with those characters, right? Mystical male rushing is a big problem in solo lane, where you'll have a guy like Kabrak can rush mystical male, and then you'll pick let's say a warrior like even Achilles that's very good, and you just don't have a way to match that mystical male the Cab's building. Well, all of a sudden, if you're playing Cerberus, now you have a character that can actually match the damage output, right? And not, feel screwed by whatever item he decides to go for his build. So it's super valuable. The stun feels great, by the way. It's very silky. It's smooth, So that's awesome, right? That's a really good case where you kind of, where you kind of need the magical, excuse me. Long day, dude. It's been super rainy today. It's cold. I had my 8 a.m., my 9:30, some classes and stuff. Now it's like about noon. I'm recording this, but I still got a long day ahead of me. But anyways, yeah. So already there, that's kind of like what you're looking at and what you're seeing as a need, kind of for the character, right? Extending on from that, one of the big things I think with Cerb that you can look towards as being pretty impactful is all of a sudden now you have more anti-heal in the game, right? So we don't have a contagion, we don't have a pestilence in this game just yet, and I've expressed, I think, pretty clearly how much I dislike that. Man, we do a lot of damage, by the way. Like, he's just dead. Sunder, ult, autos, he's cooked. Sheesh. But, that's part of it, right? We just don't have enough anti-heal in the game, so for a character to have built-in anti-heal, he matches Odin technically with the cage, but also, of course, Sobek and Bacchus. So just more anti-heal in the game I think is always good, especially when it's like built into the passive of a character. And yeah, I would recommend typically in Smite 1 you would max the 1 because it's good buff secure, good damage and stuff like that. But I gotta say, man, this 2 is doing a crazy amount of damage. I know it's a mage, I know I'm ahead, blah blah blah, but like still, it's ridiculous. So shit, maybe it's a 2 maxing angle on this character now. It was still fine to do in Smite 1. This is the easiest gank of all time. Stun the soul, and she is just going to be absolutely cooked. Just a second. We're going to jump on this guy. We're on cooldowns here. I got a stun in 5, 4. My stun kills him if I hit it. 2, 1. Walk up. I hit it. Wasn't enough. Damn, dude. Too bad. Told you we'd hit it. Wasn't enough, though. This was a character that I had a lot of enjoyment on. I have a lot of really fond memories. What was it? Was it my first? No, I think my second LAN. It was my second LAN. I played Cerberus on the opening game. And had a really, really good showing. We were favored to win the game that we were playing, but it's just one of those things where, so what am I going to rush first? Because I genuinely don't know. I can go Voidstone, I guess. You know, Voidstone's an item that on Cerberus makes a lot of sense. We already have Prot Shred in R2, so why not have even more? But yeah, the LAN event, you know, it was really nerve-wracking. It was the first time I'd been there in a couple of years. First time for a lot of my teammates, and I had a really good first game there, you know, especially when I was playing Serb, so it was awesome. Good time. Good time indeed. This lobby is abhorrent, by the way, like, with all love. This is just the casual experience. But, you know, again, hopefully with some of the guide videos that I've been trying to post for, like, how to play certain lanes and all that stuff, as well as everything else, we're going to slowly get the player base better, who are, like, brand new. So if you have anybody who, you know, is really just trying to learn this role, trying to learn some things, if you have some, like, just general guide videos that you guys think would be nice, somebody reference, excuse me, a video where I kind of edited it up a little bit and actually had like a explanation of just like what objectives do, what camps do, stuff like that. Kind of very unnecessary unless you're like new, but I think probably very helpful if you aren't, or if you, yeah, if you aren't new, excuse me. You get the point, right? We're gonna Sunder auto. He won't die to that, but we have this kind of like proxy angle here, and what's really tough about this for him is he's just sort of stuck, right? Where we have a wave crashing, we're on the bottom side. Now what the jungler should do here is gank, but if he's not set up for it already, he's probably just not going to be here in time. We just wait for our one. I don't really want to 2 him in tower, but I can, if I needed to. And that's going to be another clean one. Now we don't know, again, where the jungler is, so we can get these plates, but I do want to leave. I'm going to greet it. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to greet it. I've played too much Smite. I'm not trying to be safe anymore. We're just having fun with it. So yeah, Voidstone though seems like a good pickup. You know, a big part of seeing stat nerfs across the board. I'll talk a bit more technical here. Is, you know, when you have items that are nerfed, let's say statically 10 to 12%, which is about, again, what this patch did. You have to kind of think about like, well, what does that actually mean? So let's say you have 20 different items and they're all nerfed by 10 to 12%. Well, some of the stats are going to carry further or, you know, less far depending on, you know, what they are, what they provide, and the context of the item. So, for example, if I have an active item and I have a passive item, and let's say that active item is Stampede, right? And I have a passive item like Breastplate. I would say that in a context of Stampede and Breastplate getting nerfed, the Stampede active is so much more valuable than this Breastplate passive. So therefore, I would say a 10% nerf to the stats of Stampede is much less relevant because the active from the item is actually like significantly more valuable. You know what I mean? I know that's like maybe a bit too much for a Monday morning, but finding out what those items are that are less affected, more affected, and kind of in the middle is really going to be a big thing that I'm going to try to highlight in these upcoming videos and stuff. But just off of like my initial perception, just initial thoughts, I really think Shifter Shield, this was one of the only items in the game that did not get nerfed, period. It was really, really going to be good, so we're going to be building it. And things like Wish Granting Pearl as well, I see as being very good because, let's pull it up. I think it's the same amount of intelligence. They only lowered the health a little bit on the item, which, quite frankly, just doesn't really matter. It was so great because it was all this health, mana, and intelligence. The fact that it just gives a little bit less health, you know, you can live with that. Triton's Conch also really didn't get nerfed very hard. It was just a bit of strength, still the same int and passive, so that's very good. A lot of different stuff, and again, I think a lot of interesting things to come. Obshard and Titan's Bane also did not get nerfed, and those didn't get nerfed just because they wanted Pen to still be viable. But those are expensive luxury items, so not really like something hugely important most of the time. Let's rotate, dude. I'm tired of this lane. This Vulcan is like hiding all the damn time. Let's try to kill this guy. 2 Sunder, 1. He's cooked. Bye-bye. We got him, boys. We are a sniper. So, just like in Smite 1, I know a lot of people who played Cerberus, you know, initially and then didn't really stick with the game might not know, but you can jump while ulting now, and you know, pull them with you for that extended duration. So, fun trick and thing to do. We don't have to do it right now, right? We haven't needed to, but if it gets to that point, we can. So, so yeah. I mean, you know, things in this one are pretty smooth right now. I'm going to have to do a bit of a carry project in this game, so I'm probably going to build some damage. I probably won't do like a true solo build. But look, I will say, when you played Cerb in Smite 1, especially in solo lane, you tended to go a pen item or a damage item pretty early in the build, so it's very customary to go like Breastplate into Divine or Deso, and then go into like a Spirit Robe or a Mantle and Archers and stuff like that. So going a kind of defensive with 1 or 2 damage items is pretty Smite 2 core, and it's also very much something that you already did on Cerb, so I think this character in this meta right now actually slots maybe a lot more naturally than a god like Merlin did initially, which Merlin also got buffed, so Merlin with that aspect, I know that video was really fun. I'm going to try to get that again very soon. What is this guy doing? Well, he's playing aggro, that's what he's doing. Oops. Stunned 1. I mean, I'm beating them, but this is like so weird. Okay. Does he want to fight? Or is he just going to ult and run away? What is happening here? This is an awesome lobby. Okay, he has dashed in for damage, 113. His Vulcan got baited. We can ult, jump away. Beads forced. That guy got pulled. And I think it's going to be a whole lot of nothing. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Just going to Sunder 1-2, and he is dead. I think Sunder is still obviously very good in this role, and synergizes really well with, I mean, just the damage, man, you know? We'll go like, I mean, I was going to go Mystical here. I may as well. I think the tooltip here is a bit incorrect. This is supposed to be 300 health. Let's see if it actually is. We're at 2236. 125, so I should only be getting 100 health. I did. Okay, so the tooltip's just not updated. This is 300 health. It just doesn't show. We'll go into Divine right here. And after Divine, what are we building? I need some cooldown, right? I've got the defense. I've got some damage I'm going into. I need some cooldown. So Pridwin got really nerfed. Cooldown, prots, everything. That was one of those items that got nerfed ahead of what it did. It's only 12 cooldown rate. I mean, it feels like this item's dead, so I'm not going to be building it. I want to go shifters for shared prots, but again, I want cooldown first. What if I just go Chronos Pendant? Honestly, like, it's not really what I would recommend necessarily, but it sounds fun. It's damage too, right? We want to one-shot people. Okay, we've been silenced. Stunned him. Another stun. Good job. Aegis. Oh, this is money. This is the hardest fight ever. Pull him back. That's what I meant by that pullback, by the way. And man, could you imagine with some of these active items? This is one of those characters that, man, like Combat Blink would be perfect on, but unfortunately noobs wanted it removed, so it's gone. I really hope Combat Blink comes back, man. This... okay, there's 3 blinks in this game. This is why I'm going to have a little rant here. If you're a new viewer, I'm so sorry. But, okay, analytics, right? Everything with Blink was spurred by analytics. And Blink got buffed this patch. This was an analytical buff. It's 180 seconds now. Blink is still, I don't care what analytics you shove in, because the analytics are from Bob6036, Man Mochiller, and Jorking 4000. Those are your analytics. I promise you with everything that Blink is by far the worst relic in this game. It's not even close. It's never built in any decent lobby of players, and there's a reason for it. It is garbage. So, I say all that to say, this new Blink is sad, it's boring, it's lame, it's uninspiring, and it's just not good. So, it is really sad to kind of see that and be like, man, what this game would be with Combat Blink right now. Because these characters are so much fun, but they would just be better if you could actually go Blink instead of being forced to go Sunder and Shell literally every game. Because those relics suck, to be honest. So, hopefully one day we see Sunder get another nerf instead of getting buffed, and we see Blink return in its full form. But until then, we got to go cooldown here. So yeah, I think Chronos Pendant's probably just the move. What is this guy doing here? Uh-oh. Again, I want to reiterate, guys, I normally always only key ranked. I'm just playing this because I have to go back to school, and I don't want to be begging people in a rank to not ban Cerb, or deal with the other team banning Cerb or first picking it, and then it's just a whole mess, right? So want to get that kind of first impression, first take, and all that stuff, and not really need to worry about those other factors. So yeah, I apologize, but that's always been the new showcasing. Every time I did Vulcan, Bari, Cab. I think Cab might have been in ranked, but the rest of them were in casuals. So yeah, I think we're gonna just go Chronos Pendant again. Like realistically, going something else is the move, but we want some damage. So if you wanted to go something like a little more standard, I think you could go. I actually kind of want to try Crusher on this god sometime, but I think you could go like Gargoyle, you could go Genjis, you could go Team Beads if you needed it, maybe Prophetic Cloak earlier in the build. Magi's here is fine, Mantle is fine, Cersei's probably not necessarily needed on Cerberus, but still a nice active item. So yeah, we're going to go Chronos Pendant, and then after that find some active items in our build, and then that's about it. So yeah, and this guy is dead as hell. Cannot convince me that's not an AI, with all due respect. Let's shove mid here, and yeah, we got abilities up soon. This is kind of what we want, that cooldown, right? Just a little bit. It's just a little bit low. Also, I'm just kidding. I know somebody's gonna be serious and all mad, like, oh, you're toxic. Like, no, dude, come on. We got the stun off. The Hazel is good, but I should be fine here. So Bari got nerfed a couple of times. As a PSA, you still should permaban in ranked. The nerfs were definitely not enough. They were good nerfs, but they're just not quite enough yet. Usually when you have like an S+ tier god, it's going to take, 2-3 patches of nerfs to really make her not a permaban. So, right direction, just not enough just yet. I want to also say, I think there is a Baron aspect that's... I thought it was already supposed to be out. If it's not out already, it's coming soon. It's a support aspect that just like removes scaling off of his first ability and makes it slow, I believe. Whenever that comes out, I'll get a support Baron game, like an off-roll game for Smite 2. And then there's also Kali coming out. That's the next god in 2 weeks, so April 20th. That's what they have it listed as. It might be the 21st, but that's Sunday or Monday. Again, I'm expecting the Monday, so April 21st. So that is the next pick. Get a stun here. We caught her, and we just jumped Sunder auto, and she should be dead. Is she dead to that? No, I need one more. Oh shit, I had the little one. I didn't even realize I had that. Oh, that's funny. That's like the super disrespect kill. 11-0, folks. We're heading right. One thing, though, that I think is dope is, like, even though this lobby stinks, right? It's nice because I can tell, or at least I hope. Okay, I'm not going to say I can tell because genuinely I've been surprised sometimes, but these feel like these are pretty new players. Okay, hold up, I'm getting kind of cooked. Wait a second, let me get off this new player crap for a second. Whoa, this Bari does so much damage. Okay, I say new players, I can tell, and I'm getting fried. Bro, Bari does so much. Holy shit. Damn, okay. Oh my... Alright. Probably went in a little early, I guess, but... Jeez, dude. I was gonna say, I can tell, with new players, that means new people are coming in. That's a good thing. But I just got absolutely fried, so maybe not. Yeah, that god's gonna be a bit of a problem here. I just realized, by the way, they're quad magical. Or pentamagical, sorry. I was not paying attention. Alright, well, we're gonna have to adjust our build a little bit. This mystical will probably get sold eventually, but next item here, just gonna be a Genji's. Pretty good option, magical defense cooldown. I could also go... I'm actually not gonna go Genji's, that's not gonna happen. I could go Team Beads here into Phoenix Feather. I think that's pretty good. I want to get some active items here. I could go Gargoyle if I really wanted to. Ansile is still pretty nice, I think. Ansile is actually going to be our buy. Super solid here. Anti-auto attack plus magic D. Yeah, so we'll go Ansile, and then we'll probably go into Phoenix Feather, maybe. That sounds good. Alright, this is a chance we can, like, clean up. Sunder 2. ult him, or one him, sorry. One thing you notice right there is we kind of barrel stuff the stun. So in Smite 1, there's actually this really awkward, and again, that might have just been a one-time thing, so I don't want to say it like it was an assured thing, but in Smite 1, if you barrel stuff stuns someone with Cerb, you actually didn't stun them. Okay, no, so I'm noticing, yeah, it is continuous. So you actually had to like basically S key and back up to stun them if you were right on top of them, which was a little awkward. I mean, you definitely could get around it, and I don't want to say it was like a bad thing at all. I think it actually like kind of helped enforce how to space on this character. But it seems like they got rid of that, which, you know, I'm usually not like a huge fan of dumbing the game down, but I don't think that's like a negative dumbing the game down. I think that's just sort of a like, doesn't really make sense to slow someone, be auto-attacking them, and then have to back up to stun them, right? So totally fine change in my opinion, and also honestly like a really nice quality of life buff thing. It's very subtle, but you do notice it if you play the character, especially in solo when you're, you know, auto-attack trading and all that stuff. Oh no, we're dying over there. No, guys, we got a group. I'm gonna go this. Also, I went Conduit. Realistically, like, should you go Sands or Bluestone even? Probably. Just because, like, to be honest, Archmage's Gem, which is the upgrade, is kind of trash. So, yeah. Didn't really know what I'd be getting out of this character in terms of damage, though, so that's why I, you know, wanted to try Conduit. Or go Conduit. It's obviously the best, like, early game clear starter. Didn't really end up needing it, but yeah, good to know. Okay, that's Vulcan's ultimate. Bari's super low. She is actually going to die. Cancel R2. Wait a minute, how did I stun him there? I stunned this... What? Hold up. Am I crazy? When all heads are alert, the snake tail projectile stuns. Oh, so is this saying that, like... Wait, hold up, that might be... Okay, wait a second. So if I miss... I'm not sure. So in Smite 1, you had to hit all the dog, like, spit things to stun somebody. Are they saying you don't have to do that in this game? I'm not sure. I hope not. That's kind of the point, right? Like, you have to aim it to hit it. Not, like, kind of aim it to kind of hit it to stun them. It's kind of silly. I hope not. We're going to take a reset here. I didn't really watch the God Showcase. Oh, okay, that was just a brick. Whoops. Let's leave. Hecate also got some buffs, guys, so I'll be playing her. I'm excited. I love Hecate so much. My favorite new god in Smite 2, so... I'm really excited whenever I can get an excuse to play more of that god. I've been playing her a ton in ranked, just like off recordings, off streams, off everything, just because, I don't know, man. It's a good time. We're going to walk over to gold. I think they're going to group on that now. And yeah. I'm wondering, like, this sounds crazy, but should I just go Shard? Again, it's just like a not nerfed item. So because of that, I'm kind of thinking, like, yeah, we should. Okay, they got it, but this is looking good. Oh my frames. Holy crap, what's going on? My game is exploding. What's happening? Okay, that is like the most Smite 2 moment of all time. Beta, not final, folks. We got a triple, literally not being able to move our character efficiently. A lot of that is just, to be honest, my PC is dying, so if you guys are new to the channel, don't worry, that will be getting fixed hopefully soon enough. But yeah, there's some rough moments in it. There are some rough moments, my friends. Apologies for that. We're gonna get a mid-tier 2 here. We lost gold, is what it is. Again, I'm not like taking the most you know, let me try to corral and shot call my, like, it is a casual conquest on a Monday morning. So yeah, I'm okay with taking it a little bit easy. Also, I find that, like, you know, when you kind of like shot call too much and do all that stuff, it's very counterintuitive. You tend to make people feel demoralized rather than inspired, and that's not a good thing because it doesn't do anything helpful. It just hurts, right? This mystical is so trash this game. They just are pentamagical. I really wasn't paying attention. I mean, why would I? Why would I? Let's walk over here. Gonna hover mid. Oh, this looks good. Vulcan is... He's got defense, doesn't he? Oh yeah, he's tank. Holy... Yeah, I guess he's the soul inner. Makes some sense. Well, I can't go on Vulcan then, that easily. That's fine, though. Gets a slow here, a prot shard as well. Bari's stunned, sundered. Jump on her now. She's dead. We're gonna ult these two back. And this is looking like absolute money. Mystical male kill. No, she used her 3. Good job. We run it down mid. Ama's 1v1ing the other dude over there. Does she win it? It's close. That's a good matchup. Yeah, unlucky. Good try, bro. We're gonna jump on this guy. We catch him. He's slowed. Get a little bit more help. We did stun him. Vulcan ults force, so we'll get this. That's all we're really caring about in the end. I'll try to body block a bit. No, he's fine. Okay. Let's go here. I'll do my 1 ping. That's my 1 ping at the game. We want to get this so that if we decide to siege, play fire, whatever it might be, we have a confident, secure, or at least additive damage source. It's really nice to have. They didn't listen to me. Damn. That sucks. Oh, Pele's coming. Hooray. No, she's not. I lied. Zeus is coming. Let's go. What's this Zeus's build? Oh, he's got auto attack. Whoa. Whoa, that was crazy. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just let it go. I'm gonna just... Wow. Alright. We'll go into Phoenix Feather here. And yeah, 20-1 for the first Cerb game. Let's go, guys. Let's see how far we can take it up. So, also, something interesting. I think this is kind of helpful. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't to you. I talked a lot about before in previous videos, previous patches, that Smite 2 is different from Smite 1 in the sense that you typically finish your item before you build your starter. So like in this instance, normally I'd recommend get Phoenix Feather here over your starter because starters in this game are a lot worse than they used to be in Smite 1. Starters didn't get buffed or anything, but because all the tier 3 items got nerfed, I actually think starters might generally be the way to go over finishing an item. Now, not always. Like, in this game, me having more magical defense is better than me having more damage, right? And my starter again is not that good, but that general idea of, like, finishing your starter first, probably a little bit more relevant now. So, just something interesting to keep in mind. This is looking real easy. We're going to just silence him, ults. He's just going to die here. We go on this Hekate. A little bit here. I am going to get Hekate ulted, but it doesn't really matter. I'll let them get that kill. Okay, the one thing did not work as I feared it did, so that's good. Let's go back to Soul. I don't want to chase the tank. There's no point. To him. 1. Couple of autos here. We have a lot of strength from the rocks and stuff and fire. I missed, but she's still dead here. There we go. 22-1. We got the fire on 5. And hopefully real soon we can crack open this space a little bit more.
Your team has destroyed the pyromancer.
They're playing a little passive. You know, we want to make sure that when we have numbers, we're not doing things like pyro, right? You want to actually just shove right away and then look at those objectives as neutrals, right? You kind of think about it like, if I just kill their jungler, do I invade the speed buff or do I do the mid camps, right? Think about that in a macro sense when you're playing in the late game, where it's like, okay, well, we just killed all of them. Do we want to do the pyromancer or do we want to shove, get a phoenix, and then reset, do the pyromancer, or, you know, get a phoenix, back up, do the pyromancer, and then reset? We're just doing it a little bit backwards here. Now, it's not a big deal, but just a good thing to kind of note. Will help you play a lot better. Aegis Force from Hades right there. We're fine here. I mean, this is a little bit awkward. We've got a wave coming in like 30 years. Just jump the Kate ult. Gonna ult this guy. Bring the Hades in. He's 1. Aegis Force. Kate ult forced as well. Or excuse me, Bari ult forced as well. I'm just gonna jump out here. I'm fine. I do a lot of damage still. It's a very backline heavy comp, you know. Don't think we actually have anything. I mean, I'm low. Like, I can get something. Yamal, it's good, actually. Good job. Can 2 Sunder him. Soul's low now, and she's walking right into the Zeus. I think this is good. We should go in. I know Hakate's around as well. Oh, that doesn't kill her, really. Keeping 2 away. Just have to shove mid. Wait, why did Zeus go away? He didn't kill it? Oh, dear. Alright, guys. Well, it is still a casual. Trying to, like, just make space here. We just need to walk mid. We have a fire wave. Okay, that's her separate down. We just kill her now. Gonna jump, stun. I missed. Yikes. I'm fine, but a little sad. We'll go get right. Gonna have to shove this wave in a little bit. I will say, I do notice that the Cerb damage feels lower right now than I would expect it to. Not on God so much, but on everything else. Now, I think part of that is just like design of Smite 2, and obviously we did just see a stat nerf across the board, which I want to be clear, I'm not a fan of at all, but you know, this is a Cerb showcase, not a me being upset about a patch being bad. So, you know, maybe that's just like the new game and kind of adjusting to that, but it does feel a little bit weird. Again, I don't think that's a reflection of Cerb at all. I think that's a reflection of really bad design choices that have been happening recently, which is sad. You know, again, I really think the devs in this game are overthinking how much they need to change. Right? Like when you have a game and you're trialing things and you're having a beta and stuff, the perception that it's just a beta, we can try stuff, is not really the same when it's a 24/7 product that, you know, people are treating like a full game. And that might be unfair, but that's just true. So, I don't know. Like, you don't need to try certain stuff if you just know they're bad. You should just intuitively kind of know. That's my thought on it, right? So, yeah, I kind of look at this patch as kind of being a bit wasteful. I think a lot of it will be reverted, but for the time being, it is what it is. These things have been added. They're like wing gusts. I'll try to showcase it. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I don't really know what to compare it to, but it's something, I guess. Let's get a 2 on this guy. Sunder, ult, auto, jump, 3. The combo is beautiful, isn't it, folks? I have my 1 soon, but she's going to get her dash off. I can still dive chase this. And now we throw it. The timing is just amazing, folks. That is too much Smite right there, isn't it? I've got Phoenix Feather here, so even though I'm going to be obviously anti-healed, still heals me a little bit. Might not be enough. These magical shields are crazy strong. Yeah, we're cooked. Damn it. Alright, the plot is a little bit lost. We are very not grouped on the map, which sucks. I'm gonna sell Mystical now, because we do not need it. So let's go into... I said I was gonna go Shifters, but again, that doesn't make sense here. How are you doing? Okay, good try. I mean, team beads you'll literally never go wrong with, right? So that's a fine choice. I could go like Gargoyle for more prots, but I don't get the health. Yeah, I mean, I think it's not. I think it's definitely just team beads. This item's like really good, so we'll get that. Our team is doing the Gold Fury. That is a nice call. I like that. We'll try to get some vision around Fire Giant. Yes, I'm about to ward in a casual conquest game. And hopefully we can group up and go do that. There's a couple of visual bugs, isn't really the word, but there's a couple of things like that where sometimes you'll jump ahead and you end up just jumping into place. Not really sure why it happens. It's like, I think some weird thing with some walls in the game, but yeah. We got gold. We're gonna die, unfortunately, but it happens. I can look for someone here a little bit. I know they're like grouped. Okay, I mean that's fine. You got this, Merlin? I believe in you. It's a good ult. Oh my gosh, we actually just fried that Hades. I think my ult just scales off of intelligence. That's kind of nuts because I don't have that much damage, and I have some. I guess I have my starter and stuff, but we owned him. All right. Well, we have Volt and 50. I could go World Stone. Wouldn't that be sick? I'm not going to go with this game, but I'm going to try with a build some game. We just ult people all the time. I don't know why I put a sentry there. That was just stupid. I mean, Vulcan's just playing to meatball me. I'm going to gank mid, though. This Bari's the target. She's like their only player who like does anything. Oh, we ran away. Oh, surely not. Okay. These guys just like turned around. That sucks. I'm gonna just back here. We'll try to play for something. This is a 35-minute match, folks. Oh dear. I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose this game. You just kind of know, unfortunately. This is definitely not smelling like a win. If any of you guys watched my Cerberus A to Z video ages ago, right? This is probably like 2.5, 3 months ago. This is eerily similar to that. That's all I'll say. If you know, you know. Alright, let's walk over here. Zeus falls, Akate falls. 2 for 1. Okay, that was great. Good job. We're going to use this thing to launch in. Let's go. Nice job. Oh my gosh, did we just win actually? I talked all that shit, and for what? Just, we're going to meatball this thing. We still have Phoenix Feather, of course, so this is looking very much doable. Heal some right there. I'm taking a lot from the tower, but we will chase him eventually. Auto Sunder. Merlin finished him. Good job. There we go. Do we only get a mid Phoenix off of this? Really? That's so sad. I see Amma backed for no reason. We could have just ended. All good. Alright, on to the next one. This is one of those purgatory games. We got a mid Phoenix, so okay, I'm going to try to give you guys the rundown on how you win a game like this, and we may or may not, get it, but the best way to win a match that feels stalled out, and this is especially in this game, because Smite 1 really does a piss poor job of breaking stalls, is you want to get Warhorns number 1. This is going to buff your waves, and it's just all about creating minion imbalances on the map. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. Now, obviously, you have answer number 1, which is just push the wave. I mean, you can always do that. It's very easy. But another way you can do this is you can kind of work on stacking waves. So we're stacking effectively a huge wave on left already. That's just kind of naturally happen. And all we're going to do is just snip off these archers. The melees and the brutes will continue to tank and do their thing. We're going to TP over to duo side. Again, I would normally not advise this. I normally advise group on the fire general or whatever, but this game is La La Land, so I'm not going to worry about this. If you're just like an actual damage dealer and you can just split push and, just solo people, that's one thing, but we are a tank. We can't do all that. So again, we're going to kind of just snip the wave, semi-poke it. We have a Warhorn wave coming, and now right wave is going to stack, left wave is stacking. Eventually, we have to be patient, but eventually we're going to have a big force on those side lanes, and we can continuously do that to really build something. But the idea is that can kind of sneak at a Phoenix. Then when fire waves are in the game gets complicated, it gets harder for them to defend. You can group and get a pick or whatever the case might be. But they're deep here, so let's just look for an ult. Solo managed to immune it just in time. A little bit unfortunate, but it looks like this Akate is just going to die here. So it's still okay. Remember, right and left are still shoving. Look at them up on the map. Pay attention to the map, not the game. Game doesn't matter. It's the map that matters. So, huge, right? All we have to do now is we just have to force them to back. Now, they want to back, but we're not going to let them. That's kind of the point. So we get on them. They probably feel really uncomfortable because they notice the wave state. We get a pick. Soul is still covering. Look at that left wave. We're going to chase this Hades right here. Jump over this way. He's going to keep running left. Now, right wave shoving. We're going to miss the stun, but still kill him. Left Phoenix down. Right Phoenix absolutely collapsing. That's the Warhorn with wave stacking. Again, not so great players won't really realize it in time, and all of a sudden the whole map is open up despite us not having any opportunity to siege this game. So, absolutely can work. Just try to be attentive to waves, try to be attentive to map state, and you can really, really easily, maybe not really easily, but you can consistently kind of get to a place where everything works quite well. Now, the game's still not over. We've taken it as far as we can, to be totally honest. We kind of just have to capitalize at this point to some extent, right? What would be really nice is if we just did fire right now, because they've got waves to clear. They're not going to show up, so if we just go to fire right now, it should be really easy to do. And, you know, with that buff, I'm thinking I can kind of just kill 2 people on my own, and I don't really need to worry about anyone else. So that's the plan. Okay, they're going to get it. And again, we know that we're not under like threat there because we see them on the map first, and they surrendered. So look, we didn't get the final end play. I don't really care. Game was over. We had it. And honestly, I'm grateful because shit, we might have thrown. But what was that? Like 40 minutes, we went 26-2. I think 14. I'm gonna guess we did 52,000 damage, 66k. So yeah, guys, Cerberus here in the flesh, available right now on Smite 2. I don't know why that sounded hella promotional. I wish I was sponsored. If I was sponsored, guys, we'd be to the moon. But fun showcase, probably the first Cerb showcasing you're gonna see. So thank you guys for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.